Hello, I am Rahul Sen and today I will teach about activity lifecycle concepts. So first, what is an activity? Activity is like a window which provide us the interaction between its UI components like images, text, buttons. So first, uh, let's take an example like this is our first activity or we can say a first screen and we have like a button and it has some text and when we click on this or when we interact it it switches to the second activity and it has some text. So why it is necessary? Let's take an example. We have this YouTube app open and if we click on this it will just play the audio. So we don't want to if we just pop out, if we are not in this activity or in emulator flying a little bit. Uh, yes. So if we are just using, let's say, this app, so we don't want our YouTube to play that background video and to use our data. So basically, activities have some life cycle callbacks to handle those operations. And in that, if it is also advisable to use background process as minimum as possible. So basically, this is why activity is being used. The second is, let's take an example, a website. A website has many web pages. Same goes with mobile application. It has many activities, or we can say many streams. So let's say we have an app, and it says your app, and when we click on this camera icon, we are brought to a second activity, which consists of a camera feature, which can let us take a picture from the phone. And if we click on this share icon, it will open up email app. So basically, for this function, we use activities. And it is best way to use activities. It basically also use some OOPS concept. So what are activity life cycle? So we are going to discuss about activity life cycle concepts, life cycle callbacks, and how to handle activity state changes. So first, every activity has what is known as life cycle. We have planned and animal life cycle as we have seen. Let's take this example of this. We have a butterfly life cycle and it is showing from birth to adulthood and to finally death. So similarly, a life cycle is made of different stages. For what we will talk about this later, and from where it is first initialized to the finally destroyed state, and the memory it took reclaimed by the system. So the real life example would be YouTube. Let's close this application. Okay. So coming back to activity lifecycle concepts. So we have like some lifecycle callbacks and why it is needed because to navigate transitions between stages of activity lifecycle, the activity class have some set of 6 callbacks, and these are the lifecycle callbacks. As you can see in the image in the right, we have first is on create. So when we launch an activity, let's say this is our emulator open, and if we click on this, it's actually launching our activity. So it will call first on create method, then on start, and then on resume. So what does on create method does is it initializes the activity and we should perform one-time operation that are required, like initializing variables that we have made etc. in this method only. After that, we have onStart method. So basically, onStart method help when it is called. We can see the activity, but we are not able to interact with it. So for that, we have onResume method, which basically enables us to interact with the activity, and we can focus on the activity. By that, I mean that activity is focusable. Finally, we have activity running. After that, this is a main stage. Like this app is actually like is now in a running state. We are interacting with this. Then we have before coming to this, we have to handle some activity state changes. So to go to the on pause method basically does is we have our activity visible, but it is not focusable right now. We cannot interact with it. So as we can see the pattern, on resume is opposite of on pause, on start is opposite of on stop, on create is opposite of on destroy. And we will talk about on restart later. So the first thing is like when activity or dialog box appear in the foreground. Let's take example of this. We have this open, and if we click on this share button, it will call on pause method, and if we click back, it will just redirect and it will call on resume method. So on pause cell, that is no, it is not focusable. Not our main activity that is open in the background is not focusable. It is focusing on this intent, which is share intent. And if we click back to the activity, it will call on resume. That means it is now focusable. So after that, on stop is basically when the activity is no longer visible, and on destroy is destroying the initialized variables and members that has been created in on activity. So on destroy means that we are releasing our memory, and it can be reclaimed by the system. So we have this, and now we will come back to this. So we have discussed second, and first is configuration state change. What it means that if we rotate our phone, it will call this configuration change occurs. So if we are on resume, let me just clear and reopen. And then if we ch- changes orientation, then it will call on pause on stop. We have declared a on save instance state method which enable us to save the data before exiting. Let's say we are changing this, and we are currently on this 220. So we need to save this if we change our orientation. So that's why we have created on save instance state method here, and we can pass this bundle to on create method, and we can perform the operation directly. Now we have when user taps back button. So when user tap back button, it will call. We were on here. It will call on pause, on stop, on destroy. So it will basically close the application, and it is only on background, but it is not focusable, and we have deleted all its variables. So if we click on this, we are back to zero. We have lost our state. So to handle this, also we need to modify our code. We need to some we need to put some storing data method in this on destroy method. So like that we have covered this also. And the fourth case is when user navigates to different app. If let's say we click on this and we click on this, let's resume. Click on this, and if we click on Play Store, then what it will do is it will just call on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on save. Then if we are on, let me tell you from the start. If we click on this, okay, I have just minimized. We are on save, and then we again pop into this. It will call on restart. On restart is same as on start, but it is called when we just navigate back to the app. We can put some operation on this method. So we do have some two different method for this, and then we'll call on start and for on resume. Same goes with this. I have discussed on restart when it will call when we are just navigating. When user navigates to the activity, it will call on restart and on start. And the last thing is the system kills app process. So if we are on background, so we are here on stop. If we just just go to home, if we are on stop, and we are also saving the instance. So we are on stop right now, and we are using some different activity. Let's say YouTube, and we need some more memory to it. We will call. We will just kill this app process, and when we re again navigates to the activity, it will start from on create. So like if we just pop up this and open this, it will just show on create. On create, I cannot show this because I don't have like much big app, but it is understandable. Okay, I'm coming back. We have just discussed all of these with live demo. And finally, about my project. So I have published a meme sharing app which Meme It on Play Store. This is the link. It is also in my resume. So basically, what it does is it helps user to share a laugh between their friends and family and colleagues in this pandemic, and it shares a positive impact over the world. It fetches good quality memes from Reddit using an open source API and display it in your device. We can download or share images or GIF directly. No need to log in or sign up through your Reddit account. Random latest memes. Light mode consume less data. It automatically clears cache on app exit. I have implemented a cache function to on destroy and on stop method. This project also follows activity lifecycle concepts, and it is also handling this configuration change occurs. We have a subreddit mode that enables you to see any of your favorite public subreddit right into your phone without downloading Reddit application. So conclusion of this video is we have learned about activities, activity lifecycle concepts, where to do which operation on which methods, and how to store data across activity state changes. I have taken the information from the official Google documentation page, and that's it. And thank you.